Today we're going to unpack one of the most perplexing parables in the Bible. It's the parable of the shrewd manager from Luke chapter 16. Let's take a look at it. It says, Jesus telling the story, there was a certain rich man who had a manager handling his affairs, but a report came in that the manager was wasting his employer's money, so he fired the guy. So then Jesus said, the manager thought to himself, well, now what? My boss has fired me, so I don't want to go dig ditches. I'm going to do this thing, this very shrewd thing. He thought to himself, I'm going to invite each person who owe money to this employer to come and discuss the situation. He does that. And he basically forgives all of the debts, but it wasn't his money to forgive, right? So the rich man, it turns out, the guy who fired the manager, had to admire this dishonest rascal for being so shrewd. And this is what makes this so confusing. Wait, is this the bad guy in the story or the good guy? And it says this, Jesus speaking, and it's true that the children of this world are more shrewd in dealing with the world around them than are the children of the light. Perplexing statement indeed from Jesus himself. And so here's the lesson. Jesus says, use your worldly resources to benefit others and make friends. And then when your possessions are gone, they will welcome you to an eternal home. Now I know this is really confusing. And it's easy to want to press all of the details of this parable and come away even more confused. So I want to break it down to three really clear lessons for us from this parable. Number one, we are all stewards of God's money. Just like the manager, we're supposed to be stewards of his money. It's not our money, it's his money, and we are supposed to be managing his money. Keep that in mind. Here's the second lesson that I think that we learn. We will someday give an account, just like this manager had to give an account for how he handled the rich guy's money. We're going to someday have to give an account for the way that we handle our money. So we should bear that in mind as we give and as we think about spending. And the third lesson is this. We should give with eternity in mind. Think about the manager in the parable. When he realized that his future was going to be changed now because he got fired, in the same way, we should remember that the way we manage our money, the way we give our money, the way we spend our money today is not just a temporary thing. It will actually have an impact on how our lives are in eternity. Now, in case you don't believe that that's true, as you read a little bit further, Jesus says this in the same chapter, no one can serve two masters. For you'll hate one and love the other, and you'll be devoted to one and despise the other. You cannot serve God and be enslaved to money at the same time. And it's interesting that this famous verse comes on the heels of such a perplexing parable. So go back and read it for yourself and use the questions below to talk about it and unpack it with a group or mentor. And then let it impact the way you view your money.